Hi everyone, my name is Courtney. I write under the pen names Lyra Parish, and I am one half of the USA Today best-selling duo Kennedy Fox. And today I'm going to give you 5 tips on writing romance that sells from an actual romance author. I see a lot of people making these videos and I'm like, but you don't even write romance. So here we go. This was requested by a few people on Instagram. So I'm coming with the tips. Tip number 1, know readers' expectation with the genre. And I feel like that's a tip that could be used for really writing any genre. Know that all romance books need to have a happily ever after or a happy for now. Without that, I can't say that your readers would be absolutely happy with you. It's a common expectation that those readers have when it comes to romance. If the book ends in a tragedy, it is not a romance book. Romeo and Juliet, not romance, guys. It does not have a happily ever after. Call a book a romance book and you end it in a tragedy like that, I do not expect the reviews will be very good. Because when you are writing a book and marketing it as romance, that is the #1 thing that you need to have. Number 2, I would say to write in popular tropes, but make sure that you are making the story your own. That means with your own voice and your own style while also having dynamic characters. No one wants to read a version of 50 Shades of Grey that seems like it was bought off Wish, if you know what I mean. You'll want to keep your readers engaged by adding your own spin to a classic trope. If you do not understand what I'm talking about when I say trope, I will put a list of them up on the screen right here. There are so many. My top 3 favorite tropes to write in are enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, and second chance romance. So I feel like they are a classic. They will stand the test of time, and readers typically don't get bored with those tropes as long as you are adding your own spin to it and writing dynamic characters. Which brings me to my next point of making your characters relatable. I don't know anyone who wants to read a book about a woman who has the most perfect life, who just gets whatever she wants, who never has any struggles, and her life is just wrapped up in a sweet little bow. That is not reality for most people. You guys know my life is a hot mess, and so I would not be able to relate to a character who just lives in a perfect world, because we don't, and that's reality. Character development is one of the most important aspects in writing romance. You should bring your hero or heroine through an epic journey. It should not be easy for them to get what they want. Typically, you want them to fight for their happily ever after, so then your readers are completely satisfied at the end of the book. Basically, without growth, that romance book will be a total snooze fest. And when I say growth, I don't mean like... because Hallmark movies do not have this. You know, they don't have that at all. So even if you're writing clean romance, when I say struggles and things of that nature, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about your character development, the growth that your character has to go through to get their happily ever after. What is in their past that is holding them back to being able to commit? What happened to them in their last relationship that makes them not trust men and or women? There's just a plethora of different types of things that you can do for your characters that make them where they are not one-dimensional, where they have depth. And what I've found that our readers love the most is when we have a character that is like an onion. I hope this analogy goes off the way I want to. And I'm so bad at them. You have an onion and you are continuously pulling back the layers. All of those layers together make this one thing, make this one character. And so uncovering like secrets or things that happened to them in their past or why they are the way that they are is always one of those like big reveal moments that gives understanding to that character and the way that they are. And having them grow past that is what makes romance to me so interesting to write. Like, I love that part of the process. Romance readers want new characters that capture their hearts, but in a different type of way. You give them a trope that they're familiar with, but you add your own elements to it to make it yours, to make it different, to make it special to them. And if you can do that, then You got this. You totally got this. I think the fourth thing that you need to know is what is currently selling in the romance genre right now. That goes back to doing research and writing to market. And so when I say writing to market, it is different than trend chasing. Writing to market is writing a book that will essentially last through the test of time, to take those classic ideas in the romance genre and turn that into something that you own, that is your own, creating those dynamic characters. Trend chasing is where you are going on Amazon and you are seeing what's selling right at this very moment, and you hurry up and write that and you try to publish it while the trend is still hot. The problem with trend chasing is sometimes by the time you finish writing that book, that trend is already passed and we have moved on to something else. When you write to market, you write a book that is sellable. It will be sellable tomorrow, and it will be sellable a year from now. It will be easy to market. It'll be easy to have those keywords that attract those type of readers in your blurb and possibly in your series name. Knowing popular tropes that are timeless allows you to write a book that readers want, even if you're new. Of course, that is not a guarantee that you will sell your book. You still have to have the whole package. And when I say that, I mean a good cover, an awesome blurb, and then of course, a good book. So you need the trifecta to be able to sell. But if you can get your foundation right on your first romance book and you package it correctly, I think that it's easier to be successful in a genre that is somewhat oversaturated. And last but not least, you should keep your readers guessing. And when I say that, I mean keep them on the edge of their seat. Do not give them what they want immediately. Give it to them eventually. Oh, does the couple almost kiss right there? They're so close, their mouths are about to touch, and then something happens and they don't get to kiss. That's the angst that you want when you write romance. And that is like my favorite part, is like, oh, nope, didn't happen, sorry. And that encourages the reader to keep going. And the twists that you put in your romance book keeps the reader reading. It keeps them going to the very end. Will the couple kiss? Will they realize that they actually met years ago and had a one-night stand? Will she finally tell him the truth, the dark secret that she's been keeping deep inside? Tease the heck out of your readers and breadcrumb them as much as you possibly can. So then when you get to the climax of your book, it's like this huge moment. It is gratifying for the reader to have the couple finally get together, to have her admit her true feelings, for him to reveal his dark past and why he couldn't be with her, for the struggle of all human— I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop there. You totally get it. But that's what you want to do. You want to tease them. You want to give reasons why someone should finish your book from the beginning to the end. And make sure that you resolve all the drama. Unless it's a series and there's something that continues on to the next book, just make sure that all of the key points that you have been resolved, because you don't want someone to feel like they were ripped off. They didn't get closure to something that you made important. I think that if you do it correctly, that you will have a story that will capture your readers' hearts, that will turn them into die-hard super fans. So one of our series, the Checkmate Duex series, which I talk about a lot, is one of our best-selling series even to this day. It has made me and Brooke a lot of money, and it's because it hits those key elements of what I just mentioned. It is very enemies to lovers. The first book ends on a cliffhanger, which readers will say that they do not like. They will leave reviews about how mad they are. But trust me when I say cliffhangers sell books if you do it correctly. We made USA Today 4 times on that series because we understood what our readers wanted. We made sure at the end of that book there was a hook, and at the end of the second book there was a hook that led you to the third one, and at the end of the third one it led you to the fourth one, and so on and so on. So as long as you make your romance book your own and you're not trying to copy anybody, you understand the genre and the tropes, and you give them that happily ever after along with a great book package, I think that anyone can be successful in romance. It is a long-term game. You can't release your first book and think that you're going to make $1 million. You need to grow that backlist, but at the end of the day, once you have a large backlist, you have plenty of entry points for romance readers to find you, which is really awesome, because now at this point I think we have 30 32 books published. We have more coming this year. We've got our schedule for the next 3 years laid out. And so writing romance is a long-term game. Once you're established in the genre, you can start branching out into other subgenres of romance. But I would say at the beginning to choose something that you love writing. For us, it was contemporary romance. Like, we write a lot of contemporary and new adult romance, and we love writing that. And we love classic tropes like enemies to lovers, second chance romance, secret baby, friends to lovers. Did I already say that? Vacation romance. We love close proximity as well. Like, just the thought of being stuck in a place with this guy that you've had a crush on for all of your life. Like that sets the scene. Like, those are the things that make me super excited about writing romance. And I love a good love story. I think in the core of humans, we love love stories. Romance readers love to read. There are many who read several books per day. They cannot get enough of it. You will never be able to write enough books to make your readers 100% satisfied. And that's why I love my genre so much. So if you are thinking about writing romance, I hope that these tips help you out. For those who requested this video, I hope this was what you were looking for. If you want me to go into more detail about anything, please leave a comment down below. I'm always looking for new video ideas and things that you guys want to know from me. Of course, I have a long laundry list of videos I would like to make, but if there's anything that all of you really want, I will bump it up to the top of the list. So that's all I have this week. Real quick, I just want to say thank you so much for, I'm not gonna get emotional. It happens every time. Thank you everyone who has reached out to me and checked on me and commented on my video about how my life has changed. To those of you who sent me notes to my P.O. box, like, I'm so grateful for you guys. I've really gone through it this year. I'm just gonna say that. I want to say thank you so much. There were so many comments and I read every single one of them, but like, it was hard for me to respond because when I read the stories that y'all share with me about losing loved ones or friends or whatever the case is, like, I get like this. I get super emotional because I am still very deep into the grieving process. And I know it's been months and I'm not trying to cry. It's just, it's sometimes a lot to deal with. So I try to come on here and make videos and be happy, and I keep it on the back burner because it's easier for me to do that. And I'm doing okay. For those of you who asked, I am doing okay. I'm trying to come back on YouTube because I really want to help you guys, and I really like the distraction that YouTube gives me, and I think that we have something very special here on my channel, and I want to grow and nurture that because many of you have been with me for years, and even if you're new here, like, I appreciate y'all. I say that so much, and I really do mean it because I know that this channel is mine and I can do whatever I want on it, and many of you come back and always comment and always like or dislike my videos, and it makes me feel really special. So I appreciate you guys. I am doing okay. I'm taking it one day at a time. Some days are better than others. I am trying to put a smile on, and I'm still trying to find my new normal. That's the bottom line. So thank you. I did not mean to get emotional. It's just when I start thinking about everything, it just sometimes overwhelms me. So I try to just keep that back there. But anyway, that's all I have for this week. I hope y'all have an amazing, incredible week. You accomplish all your goals and you write all the words, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye, guys.